What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 9. This episode is titled Better Late Than Ugly, you guys. So before we get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, it really didn't give a whole lot, but I will say I did like the end of the episode, and we'll definitely talk about that. So we're first started with Sheree. So you guys know Sheree has the fibroids, and again, I do want to give a kudos to Sheree for even talking about this, because you guys know with Potomac, a certain someone had fibroids and she had to have surgery on her fibroids, and she decided to make other things her storyline. So I appreciate Sheree. I applaud Sheree. So you guys remember, Sheree doesn't want to necessarily have the surgery. So Sheree wants to go the more holistic route, right? And so we see her, I think she was doing like a form of acupuncture. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. And this is nothing against anybody who believes in acupuncture and does acupuncture. I'm just someone who, I don't like needles at all. I barely like tattoo needles, but I mean, I have quite a few tattoos, but I barely like those. And I damn sure don't like needles that you stick me like I don't like to get shots. I don't like to get blood drawn. I don't like to get an IV. I don't like any of that. So an acupuncture needle, I can just take. I'd be like, help, absolutely not. If it were me and I were a woman, I'd be like, you know what, just go on with the full hysterectomy or whatever hysterectomy you got to do. Get my uterus out of me. That's what I would be saying, right? But yeah, Sheree is doing the holistic route. So we also find out that she's going to be going to Portugal, because that's the cast trip, you guys. And she's going to try some stuff over there in Portugal. The fact what tripped me out is when Kenya was like, she had never been to Spain before, and the producer's like, Spain, Portugal is not in Spain. I was like, oh my God, y'all are so shady. But I thought a lot of people knew that Portugal and Spain weren't the same. Maybe it was just me, I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. So you guys know from the previews that we were going to be having a sit down with the OGs from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I could have done without this scene, you guys, to be quite honest with you. I was extremely bored because I saw the devil with the blonde wig on, Kim. Then we saw Lisa Wu, and we saw Deshaun Snow. What I will say about Deshaun Snow, mama looks good, right? They did talk about the fact that since all of them have left the show, with the exception of Kim, Lisa is divorced. We know she's divorced from Ed Hartwell. We know he went on to get married to Keisha Knight Pulliam, and he did the same shit to Keisha Knight Pulliam that he did to Lisa Wu, and they had a child together. Ed Hartwell and SHIT, right? And then Deshaun Snow. So Lisa Wu said that Ed filed for divorce when he found out she was gonna file for a divorce. I was like, oh, so he was King Petty. He said, you know what? I'm gonna beat you to the punch, and he filed for divorce. I was like, damn. I wonder what we didn't get to see her son, because I know her son is probably a teenager by now, or if not a grown adult, like, because he was a baby when they were on Real Housewives of Atlanta the first time. Oh my God. I don't want to see Lisa back on my TV screen, because Lisa Wu for me was never enjoyable. I didn't like Lisa Wu on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I didn't like her on Hollywood Divas. Wasn't a fan of her there. Deshaun, she got divorced as well. She was surprised by her divorce from her husband. I said, you were surprised by that divorce from Eric, but that revenge body is giving. Deshaun looks amazing, you guys. Like, Deshaun Snow looks absolutely amazing. And I was like, girl, you better do it. So both Lisa and Deshaun are dating. Wig over here talking about she's still married to Corey after 11 years. Wig, we don't want to see you on this TV screen. That's all I got to say. It was not so nice seeing you back on my television screen, but whatever, right? So Wig talked about the fact that, you know, she saw Candy at Portia's wedding, and Candy gave her a hug, right? And so Sheree was like, well, what's the beef with you and Candy? And I mean, we all know the issue with Candy and Kim was tardy for the party. Kim, you owe Candy a debt of gratitude for that song, cause nobody was ever gonna work with you, your non-singing ass. Ugh. That's neither here nor there, right? Y'all, please go stream that woman's song so that way she does not have to come on Real Housewives of Atlanta so she can pay her debts to whoever she owes her debts to. I don't want to see Kim on my television screen. And the crazy thing is, in the earlier seasons, I liked Kim and Nene. And now I can't stand that woman. And it was season 10 that did it for me with Kim. It was season 10 where Kim ripped her britches for me. So, Sheree told them about going to Portugal. Sheree also told them that those four that they need to go on a trip together. And Kim said, I ain't going on no trip. Girl, we know you're not going on a trip. We know you're not going on a trip with the black women. Because Kim never went on any of the cast trips. She didn't go to Africa. Season 5, when they were supposed to go on a cast trip, when they were meeting up to plan that cast trip. Y'all remember, that's when she quit. Bye-bye. We don't want to see you, Kim. So I guess Lisa and Kim were cool with each other. I don't care. Kim's talking about how she's cool with she loves Marlo. I'm like, wait a minute. You love Marlo, but the last time you and Marlo were in the same room with each other on the season 4 reunion, y'all were calling each other bitches and hoes. Y'all was calling each other every bitch and every hoe in the book. But you know what? Birds of a feather flock together, so I ain't surprised that they cool with each other, right? Two gold diggers together. And here's the thing, I don't have a problem with anybody else's gold digger, because he would be one too. So she's talking about she loves Drew. You don't even know Drew. And then Sheree mentioned Kenya. That bitch is still alive. Now, Kenya ain't my favorite person, and I've grown to like Kenya over the last few seasons, but that was tacky, Kim. But you know what can I say for a woman who walks around with a red Solo cup, a wig, and cigarettes? What can I expect from that trashy ass hooker? In the words of Nene Leakes. Close your legs to married men, trash box. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. I gave him too much of my time. Oh, actually, let's backtrack real quick. Sheree, on what planet is Martell a good man? I just want to know the answer to that question. Have you not saw the things? Never mind. We don't even give a damn. We don't give a damn. So let's move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up is Marlo. Ain't much with Marlo in this episode. You guys know Marlo went on a date in the last episode. And, she was talking to the woman who's, the woman that works with her that set this date up. She was telling her how the man sent her flowers and how he sent her a good morning text. And so she said, well, why don't you send him a good afternoon text? And she was like, huh? I was like, girl, I really don't care. I feel like this is a storyline at this point, right? And shout out, I believe it was Marlo. Somebody told me in the comments of the last episode that the guy that she went on a date with, he's been on reality TV before. I was like, and he does own restaurants. Congratulations to him. Maybe he was looking for a way to, publicize, put his business out there to the masses to come check him out. Maybe if I go to Atlanta, maybe I'll check him out. There are some places that I do want to check out when I go to Atlanta. I definitely want to go to OLG, and I want to go to Blaze. But more specific, do I have anybody who lives in Atlanta? Let me know in the comment section. Have you guys been to either Blaze or OLG? If you have, let me know which one has the shortest wait time, because I'm an impatient person, especially when I'm hungry. Let me know which one has the shortest wait time, and I'm pretty positive it's probably Blaze, right? But yeah, let me know in the comment section which one it is, and we will talk about it there. Yeah, I ain't got much for Marlo. Marlo didn't have much this episode. We'll talk about Marlo a little bit later as we get through the review. But you guys, let's go ahead and just pause right here, put a button in this, and move forward. All right, you guys, so let's talk about Kenya real quick. So, Bravo, before I even talk about Kenya's scene, y'all were shady as the fuck, because I didn't even realize that this scene that they were shooting, this is where Cynthia made her reintroduction, because Kenya's doing a commercial for Kenya More Hair Care. Now, I ain't trying to be shady or nothing, Kenya. And again, like I've said it plenty of times in this video already, that I actually have grown to like you, right? This commercial, where is it been? Is it being televised somewhere? Because I'm just asking, because I haven't saw it. And I would have thought that they would have shown it through this episode. Like that would have been good promotion, but that's neither here nor there. I'm actually trying to think if I've ever saw Kenya's hair care products because I go to CVS quite often, and I go down the hair care aisle quite often as well because I get shampoo and stuff for myself. I don't think I've ever saw her hair care products. I think so. For me, the only hair care products that I can tell you for a fact that I've saw in stores in Dallas is BB Judy's, the kaleidoscopes. That I have saw in stores. I've never saw Kenya Moore hair care, and I've never saw Canvas Beauty, which is Stormy's. I've never saw any of their products, and I'm not saying that they don't have them in the stores, but I'm just saying that I've never saw them in the stores here in Dallas. I've only saw Judy's stuff. Her stuff, like she got a whole big section for her stuff, and you can't miss it. But I don't think I've ever saw Kenya's. I definitely want to look around and see if I see her stuff because I support black businesses, right? And especially, I'm all about black businesses to support them. So yeah, the commercial. Now I will say one thing about this commercial: the fact that you're using the Kenya Moore hair care jingle that you had. Which season was that? Wasn't that season 12 when you came to Marlo's event with that? And this is just me coming from having a marketing mind, me going to school for business and, business management and minoring in marketing. You should have jumped on that one while the iron was still hot. But hey, better late than never, right? So Manietta was there, and they're actually using what she was going to do for, when she was going to do the halftime show in Alabama. So her friend Roy, he showed up and surprised her with food, and I thought that was very thoughtful. So, like I said, they cut out Cynthia. So Sonia called her to ask her if she would help her with her auction, and Kenya agreed, you guys. So that's that with Kenya's scene. So let's pause here and move forward with Drew. All right, you guys. So next up is Drew. So we saw Drew. So Drew was talking about her son. I think his name was Josiah, right? And she was talking about the fact that she had gotten a call from the school that he had been awarded because he's the model student. I was like, oh, that is really cool. My mom would have loved that because the phone calls that she used to get from school from me, baby sis used to be hot. She'd be like, oh my God, Jerome, if you don't just shut up. That's my middle name, and that's what my family calls me. My issues in school were I talked too much, I was the class clown, and I talked back. Like, I had a terrible habit of talking back. Like, and it's not, so for me, when I say I talk back, it's not like, argument. Well, yeah, I guess you could say it's argumentative, huh? But it's not like I'm screaming or yelling or anything. It's just like, for me, if you're telling me that I did something wrong, I'm gonna question. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna question what you're saying I did, because I want to know, what did I do? Then I'm gonna question it. I want you to prove it to me, and all that kind of like. So yeah, I guess you could say I come off very argumentative, but yeah, I guess you could say talking back was a little bit argumentative for me, because I question shit. Like, you ain't gonna sit here and say that I did something or didn't do something. I want you to definitively show me. So yeah, that would be the phone calls that my mom would get from me. He's a class clown. He cuts up too much. He won't shut up. And then when I tell him to do something, and that's the biggest thing too. If you tell me to do something, I'm gonna ask you, why do you want me to do it, and why not? Like I just ask questions. I'm sorry, that's just my personality. I'm just gonna ask questions, and I can't help it. I'm inquisitive. So yeah, that was my mama's day. Oh, I know she would love little Josiah, because I was never going to be a model student, ever. So we see Drew. She's talking to her sister and her mom, right? And Drew's talking about her career and how she now knows what it took for her sister to steer her career. Now, what we will say about Sister Allison, and we're going to send up a prayer for Allison, right? Because Allison, the pandemic took a toll on her, and she also didn't deal with some internalized hurt that she, some things that she dealt with. She dealt with domestic violence in her past, and she never really dealt with it. And I really do feel bad for Allison, and I absolutely want to send up prayers for Allison. And I'm just going to pray that she is on the right path, and that, the Lord steers her in the right way, and that she's loved. I just want the best for Allison. She seems like a very, very, very sweet woman, right? So now, when Drew read off Allison's accolades, shout out to Nene, I was like, oh, she did some stuff on Rock. Now see, I don't remember Rock at that much because Rock came around. Rock was around when I was about like 2 or 3 years old, so I don't really remember Rock. I remember the 1990, I think it was 92 NAACP awards. It was nominated for a lot of shows because it was nominated for some awards because I actually have a VHS tape of that because my uncle did my third birthday. He filmed my third birthday, and on top of my third birthday, he recorded a whole lot of other shows on top of that. And he recorded the NAACP awards from 1992. So yeah, her sister got a long resume, and I was all here for it. I loved hearing about her sister's resume. But yeah, you guys, that was really it for enjoying her sister. So let's pause here and go ahead and wrap up the episode. All right, guys. So we wrap up the episode with Sonya. So Sonya is doing her first ever charity event for Mommy Nation. So her auctioneer got COVID, so that's why she asked Kenya to do it. And one of her friends suggested Kenya. And so that's when she called Kenya and she asked her, right? So all the ladies, they showed up to the auction. And, Kenya was late to the auction. And for me personally, that is the biggest pet peeve of mine. That is my biggest pet peeve. Don't make me late to be somewhere, and don't tell me you're going to be somewhere and then you're late. Like, I can't stand that. I cannot stand lateness. No. Because when it comes to me, if I know that I got to do something, I'm going to try to do it. Now, if you give me a deadline for work and stuff, that might be, it'll probably get done the day before. But for stuff for me that I know that I want to do for myself and that I plan out, I usually try to be in there, if it's here in Dallas, I know that I got to leave like an hour or so ahead, right? To be where I want to be on time. If I'm at home in my hometown, then I know that I got like 10, 15-minute leeway because my hometown is small. So, yeah, I don't like to be late. I just don't. Don't make me late, and don't be late to me if I ask you to do something for me. That is the easiest way to piss me off, is to have me late or be late. So, and I will say, I got Kenya's point of view when she was like, she has a +1 and she didn't want to be separated from her +1. I got that. But I mean, you accepted this. Now, granted, you said that she didn't go through your agent. You still accepted it. So have a little bit of decorum when it comes to this, right? Even if you feel like it's low budget, low rent, whatever you want to say, still show a little bit of respect to Sonya, right? Now, speaking of Sonya, show a little respect to your sister as well. Because I mean, the fact that with your sister, you didn't give her the top, baby, I would have been your sister too. I would have been pissed off at you. So the ladies were all sitting at the table, and they were asking Marlo about her date. I honestly, God, don't care about the conversation about the date. So Sonya gave out some awards to the ladies. Actually, she gave out one award to Sheree, and then after that, they did the auction. And the auction was okay. She had a goal of $50,000 and they achieved $75,000. So congratulations to Sonya for that. So she's actually wanting to help the moms, single moms out there. And I'm all here for it. Like, I'm cool with that. Now, what I will say, Marlo, when Kenya showed, now, granted, I didn't think that dress that Kenya had on was that flattering. It was a little ugly. But Marlo, you are the last person to talk about anybody's dresses. Because then you show up in that what is that candy? You guys know it's got the red wrapper with the green. It looks like a pineapple. Like, girl, you showed up in that ugly ass dress last season, so you are the last person to talk about anybody's looks, Marlo. Ugh. But there, you guys, that was the episode. I don't really know why this episode. I don't even know why they really took a break, because the holiday wasn't really until Tuesday. So I don't know why they took a break between the holiday, but we're back. And then they showed the mid-season trailer. I don't really have much opinions on that mid-season trailer aside the fact that I don't like the fact that I feel like y'all finna harp on this situation with Drew and Ty allegedly. Like, why do we like? Here's my thing. Why do we care if Drew kissed Ty? Why do we care if Drew had sex with Ty? Why do y'all care? Do y'all want to sleep with Drew? Cause like it's really what it gives. Like y'all be wanting to sleep with these people, and y'all just be too scared to say, "Oh, girl, I wanted to dip my foot in the lady pond." Like that's what it be giving sometimes. But hey, that's the episode, you guys. Please let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on, you guys. Share the video, and until the next time, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, you guys. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I gotta go get me something to eat. It's time for lunch, you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one.